let's face it, Fire Knight's castle is the hardest dungeon to progress. If you have, you are a cut above the rest. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Fire Knight tournament inbound with a special rule attached, epic only. As we can see right here, we got some primal quartz in there. We got a key coming up for what I guess is the Fabian Soul Path event, as well as a 4-star chicken, which is very nice for getting that food ready to make new 6 stars. Guys, epic only can be very challenging, especially in the Fire Knight, because, well, let's face it, Fire Knight's castle is the hardest dungeon to progress. It is very champion specific in the sense of multi-hit skills, counterattacks, or ally attacks. Those are really the only way you're getting through there without building your champs without 500 speed. Hold up, click the link in the description right now to get a free Uugo, as well as 2 more free epic champions as you level up. Here are the steps to get yours. Step 1, log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Step 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step 3, launch raid and complete the tutorial. Step 4, go to your inbox and claim your first champ. This is an amazing account start to raid, so click the link and start now. So today we are going to look at an epic team that I put together. Took me a while because I wanted to use Allure because I know she's like a staple for like early game Fire Knight champ / Dark Fae, but on my account she is too squishy. I just can't make use of her. I've tried, so she will not be on the squad today. However, we will be using the good old fallback, Deacon Armstrong, with the excellent turn meter control as well as a multi-hit A1. We will not be using his AoE drop defense on the boss just because we will have an easier time knocking down the shield and getting through the cooldowns quicker. I guess no quicker, but it's just smoother if you turn off his A2 for the boss. There will be a team preset for this video, but I will be going over it, so no need to worry about that. Be sure to watch all the way through to see the results. Up next, we got Geomancer. That way we can turn meter control the boss, and if he does happen to get a turn, he'll be taking some damage because Geo will be reflecting. We'll also get a weaken up, which is great for adding extra damage. We'll have Royal Guard, the boss killing machine himself, coming in here doing a ton of damage, but he's really there to do damage to the boss. What we need is damage for the waves as well, and for that we have the beautiful Skull Crown. I don't want to read the champion lore on this champion, but we did a little bit of a rebuild so that way we could get some more crit damage and some more attack, as well as crit cap her, well, 99%. That's close enough. Got her a little bit faster, but since she's in attack percentage boots, there's only so fast you can get her. She is going to be crucial for clearing the waves on this dungeon because you either have to build for the waves or you have to build for the boss, and it's safer to build for the boss and then just bring a wave clearing damage dealer for the waves. Up next, we have Farrakhan, the Fat Man, coming in with that gorgeous ally attack, guys. That is going to save our bacon here. On the A3, Beatdown does an ally attack with everyone on the team except himself and puts increased crit rate and crit damage on the entire team. It's fantastic. We don't have to worry about his passive because nobody's going to be taking a turn except us with this squad. We're going to have this A2 turned off on the boss just so that way we make sure that we don't worry about accidentally knocking off Geomancer's burn. We've got 2 sources of drop defense on an A1 between Fat Man and Royal Guard, so that's why we're not worried about Deacon's A2 on the boss. Shout out to Wuzgar. Wuzgar is a fantastic Fire Knight champion with a quad hitter A1 that heals the ally with the lowest HP by 2% of this champion's max HP with each hit. He also helps restore destroyed max HP when he heals for a portion of the heal. He'll heal all allies on the A2 by 10% of this champion's max HP and place a counterattack on himself for 2 turns. So if you guys have this guy and you don't have the rest of the squad, I would highly advise throwing him in there, especially on later stages when it's harder to knock down that shield. If you don't have a cold heart and you need a little extra healing, he's fantastic. He also has a shield and reflect damage on all allies for 2 turns. So yeah, he is designed to knock down the Fire Knight's shield. I have him blessed with Phantom Touch, even though he's HP based, just so he can do extra hits to that Fire Knight's shield. So shout out to him, but we will not be using him in today's video, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and head in and I will show you guys what we're all about. Guys, it's been interesting building all of these epic teams, trying to figure out who works. I didn't realize how much I had grown to rely on specific legendary champions until now. So it's been a really good refresher. This team right here, Team 13, is the team that I normally use on Fire Knight. It's got a Cold Heart, Rathalos for the wave clearing, and then double ally attack as well as Wuzgar's 4-time hitter. It's a really solid team. I don't know what it does on stage 20. I haven't run stage 20 in forever. I've been trying to progress Fire Knight hard, and well, that's been a struggle. But this is the squad that we've got going on here. We've got Deacon set up with just turning off the A2 on the boss. We've got Royal Guard set up to not use his hamstring unless it's on his first turn on the second wave, so that way he can use that quad hitter at random for the first attack on the boss. Batman, we've got him set to not use his A2 and to open with the ally attack on the boss, as well as to not use the ally attack at all on the second wave, so that way we just make sure we have it. Go ahead and set the HP burn on Geomancer up to use at the beginning or not at all, and we'll set him up to use it. Actually, no, we won't set him up with anything special. Geomancer has a pretty good AI overall, and we shouldn't have to worry about it too much. So yeah, that's the squad. That's the preset. Let's go in here, turn on the super raid so we get the extra bang for our buck, and let's see how much damage we can do this time. It is worth noting that stage 20 is Force Affinity, so Royal Guard can weak hit, as well as Allure if you end up trying to use her. That is really the only gripe I have with this squad, Royal Guard's Affinity, as well as the fact that he almost just died. But he didn't. That enemy has never gotten a turn before. I don't really know why it did that time, but that's okay. We're not worried about that. What we are worried about is making sure that we target this enemy in the middle. He will wreck you if you are not careful. That's why I had it set up to target him right there, because I knew Geo was going to do his little turn meter depletion. We can take the hits from these other enemies. Well, we lost Royal Guard. We should still be good though. It'll just take a little bit longer, but that's okay. Something about this team is not consistent, and I don't know what it is. Hey, we're still gonna make it work. It's still a solid team. We should still be able to take the Fire Knight down, even without Royal Guard. He's just kind of there to speed it up with the enemy max HP and the decreased speed, but not at all necessary. More of a nice to have than anything, because the big turn meter control actually comes from Geo. And Deacon will keep us healed up with that leech. Not that we'll need it, because this boss should not take another turn. The first time that I've had to run it without Royal Guard, so we'll see what happens. Geomancer got that turn meter steal right back in time. It's a really good team. It's just going to take a while now because we don't have the enemy max HP nuke from Royal Guard. Honestly, I would consider swapping out Skull Crown for another Royal Guard if I had one, but I don't, so I won't. Feel free to let me know in the comments if you have multiple Royal Guards. Is that good enough for the waves that you don't have to worry about it, or do you still choose to run a wave clearer over 2 Royal Guards? It's an interesting little setup that we got here. With Royal Guard, this team on the previous run that I did before recording this video put out a 4-minute clear. We'll see how much time we lose by not having Royal Guard in the squad. So far, it's actually not looking like it's going to be that big of a difference, which is honestly kind of surprising. Not going to lie. We're doing good damage. As long as Geo gets that turn meter back down. Yep. Oh my goodness, that is so good. Who needs an Allure when you've got a properly speed-tuned Geomancer, huh? Come on. And he does pretty good damage on the A2 as well. Funny enough, the argument could be made that you could build Geomancer for damage. I think he has like a 6 times multiplier on that A2. Maybe there's a use case for a nuker Geomancer. Could be funny, to be honest. Could be quite funny. All right, we are getting that boss whittled down little by little, or not so little. Good grief. Geomancer coming in with War Master proc and a crit doing over 80,000 damage, hitting like Skull Crown on that A2. So yeah, it looks like without Royal Guard, you're only losing a minute of runtime, coming in at 5 minutes here, with Skull Crown doing almost all of the damage, though Geomancer is again here for turn meter control. All right, so we'll run it again. I'll come back to you at the boss, and we'll see if we can keep Royal Guard in the fight this time. All right, guys, we did it. It took 3 tries, but we got Royal Guard to the boss, guys. So let's see what kind of a difference it makes having him along for the ride this time. All right, so right off the bat, well, we got the shield down a lot quicker. The big difference will come when we see how effective that enemy max HP nuke is. So yeah, let's just see what happens. We got the drop defense and weaken up. Can we? Okay, we got the decreased speed up too. That's going to be great. That's the other thing that makes Royal Guard really good for this. Not only is it a quad hitter and turn meter decrease, but it's also decreased speed. And on a weak hit, hitting for 90k. I tell you what, enemy max HP is just overpowered. That's just what it comes down to. If you have enemy max HP, you are a cut above the rest. I'll just say that. You are a cut above the rest. But we are making mincemeat of this boss here. He doesn't even know what turn meter is. He's not going to take a turn. He's not going to get the chance. And we're only at 2.5 minutes. So yeah, don't sleep on your Royal Guard. That's the moral of the story. Weak hitting for 85 to 90k. Like, come on. If he were not getting weak hits, we'd be looking at hundreds of thousands of damage. It's just nuts. It's broken is what it really is. We are getting really bad RNG here, so we are not at all seeing Royal Guard's potential coming out. Yet we are only at 3 minutes, and the Fire Knight's almost dead with weak hits. If we weren't getting weak hits, this thing would have already been dead. Guaranteed. Royal Guard just does so much damage. Triple weak hits. We're not going to get to showcase a single crit. Oh, guys, I guess that's how it is. He just doesn't feel like performing today. He has performance anxiety. That's okay. With 3 weak hits, we are still shaving off a minute from that previous run. Think about that, guys. Think about that. But yeah, even with all weak hits, let's be honest, Royal Guard came in with 700,000 damage, almost meeting Geomancer, and Skullcrown still doing more than the two of them combined. Do not sleep on Skullcrown for any wave-based content. She is not arena only. Use your Skullcrown. You can build her for PvE. You can build her in Cursed set. You can build her in Stun set. There are plenty of ways to utilize your Skullcrown. She's just that good. Don't limit her to PvP like I did. So yeah, here's the squad. All epics, one of which is a 50. You don't need anything crazy. The gear on these guys isn't anything crazy. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something. With that being said, I've been Corrodor. Stay tanky.